Hello and welcome back. Today's video is a review of these Rimmel All-in-One lipsticks. They claim to be long lasting, hydrating, all the good kind of things, good pigmentation, all that jazz from Rimmel. I picked these up after reading a few blog posts and I'm like, oh, you know, there's quite a few people saying they're great and worth picking up. And so, you know, I was like, I need to test these out. You know, not that I need any more lipsticks, but I wanted to try out some new things. So I picked up the shade 200, it's a keeper, so it's more of a nudie colour, and 800 Under My Spell, which is much more of a purpley toned. Now these retail for $6.99. I quite like the new packaging. It's a nice firm click close and I like the slanted top, and it's got a slanted top on the lipstick tube itself for application, and the lipstick is slanted too, I should point out. So when you twist up, it's a slanted lipstick. They retail for $6.99 and there is a pretty good shade range. I think there's about 15 colours available. I only picked up the two, you know, a nude one and a nice coloured one, just to give them a bit of a try out and stuff. Now, I'm going to preface this by saying I tend to suffer with dry lips. I will use lip balm morning and night. So before I apply my makeup, I put on lip balm. I have lip balm on at the minute. Words, seriously. Lip balm on at the minute, and if I'm not wearing lipstick throughout the day, I will apply lip balm throughout the day. I'm not great at it, but I definitely apply it a few times throughout the day. So I do still suffer with drier lips, and particularly in this weather. So this was definitely put through its paces because it's supposed to be moisturising, long lasting, all that jazz. So I'm going to start with the first shade, which is 200. Now I'm going to apply it on my lips so you can see it on. As you can see, this is a really nice pinky sort of shade. There is a bit of a gloss to it. It's quite cool tone, so it's got a wee bit of a mauvey undertone. This applies really nicely. It's really smooth on the lips and quite fluid of itself. There's no catching on any dry patches, anything like that, so that's really good. So the first stumbling block I've had with these, well, I just tend to find them quite drying. So I really noticed it when I wore this, because it's a nude. It was the first one I wore, so I'm not sure if it's the weather or anything else, but by about lunchtime my lips were feeling a bit dry themselves. They're even starting to dry down now. It doesn't dry to a matte finish, it's more of a demi matte, you know, it's not super glossy but it's not matte, you know, it's that in between kind of creamy feel to it. But when I went to look at it in the mirror in the bathroom, my lips it is sort of split on my lips and you can see the creases more obviously and whatever else. Now I'm aware I probably would have had a cup of tea in that time and whatever else, but it's supposed to be long lasting and whatever. You'd think that it would be long lasting, but it was still there, but just in patches, which was a bit disappointing. Then when I went to apply, you know, reapply over the top just to tidy it up again, it was hard to get a nice even finish and I had to basically take off what was there to reapply over the top. Now I'm not sure if I'm the only person who's had this issue because I haven't seen anybody else mention it, but I have pretty dry lips. As I said, I try to look after them, but they're dry and I bite them, so they're creasy. This just, I love the colour. It's a really nice colour. It applies really nicely initially, and I would guess this was it lasts a long time and that there was still some colour there, but it hadn't worn off in a nice fashion. It worn off really uneven. I do really like the colour, but I don't find myself reaching for it anymore because of that experience. Maybe when the weather is better and it's less cold and nasty, I might consider it. But this is the first shade and you can see it on my lips. It's quite a nice nude. It does sort of match my lip colour, but more of a pinkier, softer pinkier kind of colour to it. So there's that one. Next up we have 800, which is Under My Spell, which is this lovely purpley kind of rich colour. So let me take this one off and I'll go and pop this one off you. I actually prefer this one a bit more. It's a nice purple berry toned on my lips and it's a lovely colour on. I think it's really nice. Really enjoy this on my lips. I seem to have less issue with this drying in a weird fashion, so maybe it's just this shade, but it's still not the best if your lips aren't super hydrated. Like, I drink a fair amount of water, maybe not quite enough, but a fair amount, and I do drink herbal teas and stuff, so you know, I'm not dehydrated. But I don't know, I'm just not blown away with these. I expected them to be really good because I've heard people talking about them being like, they're just the best thing ever. And although they're pretty good, you better make sure your lips are very hydrated and that you don't have, like me, maybe not PC lips, but anybody else do that where they find a wee bit of dry bit of skin and you bite it off. Sounds gross, but do you know what I mean? I do that a lot. If I find lumpy bits of my skin, I'm forever rubbing my teeth over my lips. I don't know what it is. It's just, I used to bite my nails a lot, so maybe it's just a different habit. But I don't know. I like them and I also don't like them. There's also a scent off them, so if you're not a fan of the scent, it smells quite fruity of itself. It's not nasty as such, I just wouldn't be the biggest fan of it. I much prefer the scent of a matte lipstick, but this smells quite synthetic and not particularly pleasant, but you know, it's down to personal choice, I guess. You know, it's grand, it's not off-putting, it doesn't make me feel sick or anything, but it's maybe just not my favourite scent. So reapplication, maybe not brilliant. You tend to have to sort of remove as much as you can before you reapply, in my case, that I have seen. And it can be quite drying because maybe it's long wearing, and it gets, I noticed as well, you know, with a good nice lipstick and that's kind of creamy of itself, you can rub your lips together and you can feel it there, but you can't really do that with this. It feels a bit sticky of itself, and I don't know, it's just not my favourite lipstick. It's not my favourite texture of my lips and I wouldn't be massively keen on it. Like the colours are really nice, just the formula maybe isn't my favourite at all. I have other lipsticks with similar shades that I much prefer, like sleek lipsticks and that sort of stuff, which are just as long wearing, in my opinion, but don't dry my lips out to the same extent and reapply really nicely. So not the biggest fan of these. Nice colours, shame about the formula, nice packaging, and I find it really easy to apply because of the slant as well. Some people don't enjoy it, but I don't mind it at all. I have no issue with slant on it at all. You just turn it on its side to get the edges and stuff. So like that. Don't mind the scent, although I would prefer other scents. Good pigmentation, like this is only one coat, so it's good pigmentation as well. But even at the minute I can feel it drying down and it's starting to get to that sticky stage. Like I'm having to work to rub my lips together. So maybe that's part of the formula to make it last longer, which is grand. But with a matte lipstick, at least it's sort of, once it dries down, it's not really sticky or anything, it's just there. Well, with a lot of matte lipsticks that I've used. Whereas this one, you can feel it on your lips, and when you're talking, you can have that, you know, where your lips almost stick together. You know, like a gloss or something, that kind of idea, where your lips almost stick together and like, I don't know, I'm just not the biggest fan. I'm quite pleased I only picked up 2. So that's my review, not necessarily glowing, and maybe these work really, really well for you, and if they do, that's fantastic. I will pull these out more when the weather improves and my lips aren't quite as dry as they are at the minute. Although I don't know, I am using a lot of lip balm and stuff, and like good stuff like Dr. Pawpaw and stuff, which I have noticed a difference in my lips being better, but these just really dry them out. So I'm a wee bit disappointed. I like the colour, it's just a shame about the formula. But that's just my opinion. You may have had a better experience. But if you do suffer from dry lips, maybe just get one of these before you buy any more. Don't buy a whole heap of them, just get one and test it out for yourself. So that is it, short and sweet. If you have any questions, please let me know down below. Thanks a million for watching. I will see you in my next video. Woo! Okay.